Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaretgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
You're a vampire, Michael. My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
Shall not Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jaret. This is a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. It is good to be back. It's weird having a week off. Rich did a show without me called Greatest Hits of the First Year, and apparently I wasn't in it. So, but I want to thank a big thanks to Rich for taking up the slack and doing a really cool show with Wendy Croft.
What'd you think of it?
I haven't listened to it yet. I literally just got back. To be fair, hold on. Let's be clear. I literally just got back yesterday, less than 36 hours ago, from the United Kingdom from my tour, and it's been a crazy couple of weeks. New Bowling for Soup record is out, drunkdynasty.com, and we had an amazing tour with Steel Panther and Buck Cherry, and lots of stories, I'm sure, from that one will be coming out from here to eternity, all that. But you know what? I think right now it's time for me to do something I haven't done in a few weeks, and that is welcome my good friend Rich, who is with me as always. Hello, Rich.
I'm a lost boy, and this is my knapsack.
I like it. I love it. I'm a boy, and this is my knapsack, and yes, this is a perm. With us tonight is my lovely wife, Casey, who is with me on the trip, and who herself is, who feels my exhaustion.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, that's true. And of course, what would the show be without Kiddy Corner Wil?
Hey,
there he is. Okay, yeah. So right off the bat, I got to tell you guys.
I thought you were going to tell us what it would have been.
I was in the United Kingdom, and first fucking day of the tour. Don't know how this happens, but I rent these internet cards. They call it a dongle over there, but over here we'll call it like a MiFi or a Mofi or something like that.
Like anything but a dongle.
Dongle is still a word over here.
Okay, so it's a thing that carries the internet. So you carry the internet in your pocket so you don't use data. So I got Casey one and myself one, and night one of the tour in London.
Hey, wait. Finish the sentence. What do you think happened?
You lost it.
I did, yeah.
I thought you were going to say I lost it because we both had one.
But the thing is that I can't figure it out. Like all of my stuff, all my electronics were out. They were on their chargers that they needed to be on, and for some reason, the dongle and its charger, and then my cord, my charger to my Mac, fucking did not make it into my backpack. And I don't understand it because they were literally running across the room to my computer, and that stuff gets picked up by if I miss it, then crew guy 1 picks it up, or crew guy 2. We have checks and balances for these things. And anyway, so I spent the whole tour just without trying to fucking figure out how to charge all my shit. We had one internet thing, and Casey was actually doing real sightseeing and things like that, so she had it. And so I don't know, I felt shitty about losing it. I had to email the place today and tell them, hey, I lost this thing. But I bought the insurance, and they're like, yeah, there's a deductible. And I'm like, God damn it. And so as I start to get ready for this show today.
Well, at least you didn't lose your iPad.
I get into my backpack, and I fucking lost my iPad. And not only my iPad.
Oh, your sound.
But I had a pair of $300 earbuds in there that I had bought just for traveling when I was working. And
I did not know those were $300 earbuds.
I know exactly what I did, and it sucks so bad. And so I have to give Casey props. She did not lose one thing this entire tour.
Little dignity. That's typical.
She kicked fucking ass. But I have to be honest. I mean, we're getting off the plane, and so I traded her. I took the middle seat, so she put my backpack under her seat on the aisle. Fair trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
She takes the leg room, and she gets the armrest and the ability to go pee. And as we're getting there, I have like all of my shit sorted out, and I know where all of my stuff is, but she tends to just stick things in pockets, and right when we landed, she stood up, and she got my breathing CPAP machine out or whatever, and I pulled the backpack up, and I remember looking to make sure that our passports were in the right pocket, and I fucking just did something I never do, and I got up with my iPad and those headphones right in the back of the seat in front of me. Well,
I never do that.
Well, I do it on these long flights because what happens is I wake up and I don't really want to watch any of the stuff that's on the thing that they provide. I mean, it's awesome on American Airlines, by the way. I mean, you can literally fucking watch anything. It's crazy. They have...
I finally saw Crazy Stupid Love.
Anything.
You had never seen that movie?
Well, that was your reaction last time. That's why I'm telling you.
Holy shit.
So there you go.
Did you cry? Was it awesome? Was it
amazing?
amazing?
I didn't cry.
Let's get back to me.
Funny.
She's not a fucking pussy.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Unfeeling?
Anyway, so I put it back there so that if I wake up I try to wake up when they're serving drinks or whatever, have a water. I always drink water only on the way back. Hydrate the knees, try to keep comfortable. And if they're going to serve you a really shitty cheese sandwich or whatever, then
How do you know the water goes to your knees?
My niece wasn't on the flight. She lives in Colorado. But so anyway, so I keep it there, and I'm in like season 4 of The Walking Dead, and I like fucking was going to try to squeeze in a few episodes. Anyway, total fucking dick move. I have all the sounds saved, but I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do for next week. But I have no sound effects this week, and so I know that breaks your heart.
All we have is rich shitty clips.
I think your punishment you should have to do them all with your mouth.
Roadhouse. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But anyway, it sucks because I was super wound up today for some reason. I think I'm coming off of this crazy arena tour. I did so much heroin. Not like the drug. I just like went out and found a bunch of really successful females and had sex with them. But anyway, I had this huge fucking arena tour, and my 17th Bowling for Soup record is out in the world, and Casey finally told me tonight, as you're on your way over here, like, you got to take a minute and like calm down. Like you're on this, you've been putting out all this energy for 7 days nonstop, and you fucking come home and it's just over. And she's right. Like yesterday we got home and I like fucking start running around cleaning the house and
Holy fuck, we just got off a 10-hour flight.
Yeah.
I'm like 1 week hungover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nauseous from the descent. It's my hair smells like an asshole. Like, just overall, like, just gross. And we get in the car and he's just like, I was thinking maybe later we could go with a walk with the dog, and then later we can get in the garage. And then I think after that, if we really, really buckle down, and I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Those are called endorphins.
Dude, I fucking got home, and I start fucking cleaning shit. She's like, what are you doing? What's happening? You know what? I think I need to go on a drive. I'll go ahead and go get Everett now, whatever. And I'm like fucking in the car.
And I'm like,
listen to my podcast.
On the couch.
She's asleep, and then I woke up today, and it was the same thing. Like, I'm up at 7 o'clock this morning, just like, let's fucking go!
And I was like... I'm fucking tired.
Anyway, so I managed to get a few things done today, and lots of talking with my manager and my agent and stuff, and a lot of pats on the back to my crew, and we'll get into that at some point. But I got 3 crew members who are leaving, so it was an emotional tour. It was a exciting tour, and I'm glad to be home, and I'm glad to be doing this. I mean, I've told Rich this while I was gone. The one thing that I can say about Jaret Goes to the Movies is this is the one thing I've ever done every week for a year, besides masturbate, that I can't say that I'm not looking forward to.
Every week.
Every week.
Just once a week?
Come on.
I actually brought that up last week on the last week's podcast.
What? That I only masturbate once a week?
And that.
Well, I used to only masturbate once a week because I would every time I was almost done, I would tell Jesus it was my last time. And just be like, I promise I'm never doing this again. And then, it'd take me a while to work back up the courage.
We were we were in different bunks on the on the tour bus, and like I'd like wake up and I'm like, fuck, my phone's dead. I need your phone real quick. And I'd be like, god damn it.
I gotta tell you the funniest masturbation story. When I first met my wife, when we were sharing a bed.
Yeah.
I have restless leg syndrome.
Oh yeah, I have that shit too. It's
I
the
do
fucking
too.
worst.
It's terrible.
And so I'm just shaking my foot. Everything's fine. She thought I was like masturbating next to her for like a while. And she finally is like, what are you doing?
She thinks that
thought
you're
I was-
waking up in the night and just jerking it while she's asleep.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
I'm like, I have my feet shake.
Yeah, there's just a feeling that comes along in my knee, and I just have to move it right then. Like I can't stop. It's a thing. It's fucking terrible.
It's terrible.
Jaret's opening a beer. First of all, I want to welcome our new supporters. And before I get into this real quick, I just want to say, if you're an avid listener and you're not a Patreon supporter, that's completely fine. It'd be great if you would just go like our Facebook page, Jaret Goes to the Movies, and then click on share with your friends and just share it. Just let people know about the podcast if you're digging it. That it's funny, that it's informative, that we tell a lot of dick jokes, all of that stuff. The other thing that you can do to support the podcast, if you're not down on the whole Patreon thing, is why not go to iTunes and just give us a good review? That every review helps so much. You would be so surprised, like how just if 20 of you a week go out and give us a good review, it puts our exposure way up there until like eventually Rich will have to expose himself to the world.
What?
I want to thank our new supporters over the last 2 weeks: Ryan Flaherty, Tim Ball, Annie Elliman, Garrett Lloyd, Tim Bolt, what a fucking great name. Butch Renfro, and my good friend from high school and our good family friend, Mrs. Lisa Winsel, as well. So, yay, Lisa. Thank you so much. Pete, and I would like to thank, personally, Peter Fitzpatrick for upping your pledge from $1 to $5. So now you not only get all of the extras each week, but now you have access to 70 hours of archives at will. You can just go and listen to Rich be a dick all the time. One thing that I do want to say is also with our Patreon page, if you go to jaretgoestothemovies.com and click on support us, for as little as $1 a month, you can get a shitload of stuff. But also, we're working towards $750 a month, where I have to write a song with the person that I would least like to write a song with in the world, Mr. Rich Coleman, here to my left. So we have already made it to our $500 mark, which means we will be going to video very, very soon. We're ordering all new gear. This podcast is just going to keep growing. It's going to keep getting better, and that's all thanks to you guys. Well, I want to thank our executive producers before we move on, and then let's dive in. David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, Diane Small, David Dooley, Big Chris Whitehead, Lisa Murray, Chris Holt, Rodon James, who I met on the England tour. I actually met him in Ireland, but it's so nice to see people who support the band or the podcast or whatever just out.
He had a backstage pass or something, right?
He had a VIP pass, so he got to come in before the show.
He when he went to the door or whatever, and there's a door guy, and he has to show the person the VIP.
Yeah,
he showed up, and the guy at the door goes, "Right on, James."
No way. No fucking way.
He goes, I felt so amazing.
Yeah, that's insane. Anyways, colonblowband.com, and of course the lovely Lisa Winsel, who I went to high school with, and who we had drama and Espanol together. We'll have her on the show eventually, and she's a real treat.
Awesome.
The Lost Boys. After moving into a new town, two brothers discover that the area is a haven for vampires. In no way, when I was the age I was, if I had read that description, would I have thought I was going to see what I was going to see here during this thing. Because to me, vampires were love at first bite. Remember that movie? Mm-hmm. That's all I can think about was just like the fucking George Hamilton. Right. And he's just tan as shit and a vampire.
Right. Or you've got the Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is more of a...
I don't even...
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, but it's more of a stage play kind of...
Then there's the one where Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt make out, which probably gave you a boner.
That was way after, but yeah it did.
That's probably what happened to Tom Cruise's teeth. Brad Pitt's dick. That'll fuck up anybody's teeth. Are you kidding me? It's okay to say that, dude. He's not married. He's single, so it's.
Oh, he's single now. We haven't even talked about that yet.
They're separated.
Dude, can we talk about this? And this is movie related as shit. I think that new Tom Cruise movie looks amazing.
Which one?
It's another one of those ones where he punches people through windows and shit.
Oh, Jack Reacher.
That thing looks awesome.
Have you not seen the first one?
No, I have not seen any of that.
So not on my radar.
I had Jack Reacher on the list for the opening of this one, and then you had me pull it because you were like, nah.
Yeah.
So do you want it back on the list?
Sure. I mean, okay, so I've made it clear that I think the Mission Impossible movies are fucking awesome. I just think they're all great. To me,
when does it open? I think it.
To me, it's like a Jason Bourne type situation where I'm entertained. I like when somebody's a badass and they can get hit in the face with a freight train and it doesn't even leave a mark. Like, I think that's kick fucking ass. Because that's the way I am. I mean, I trained in water karate my entire life, but I've moved on to so many other kinds of martial arts now that, like, it's hard to eat. It's funny. I can't even get a hickey. It's like I'm one of these vampires now.
I've tried.
Yeah, she tries to give me a hickey with it, but my body doesn't bruise anymore. So it's like you can't cut me or bruise. And so I feel like that's probably, if I lose a little bit of weight, I'm going to probably fucking go up for one of these roles in one of these action movies.
I think so.
And be like
especially if it's in the water.
Aquaman 2025.
Well, it could be like water, maybe a lower budget water world. Like it doesn't, like the whole Earth isn't underwater. It's just maybe just my house.
Dolphin Tail.
And I've got okay. This movie was directed by Joel Schumacher, who's done a lot of recent movies that you must like, right? I mean,
I think he's gone downhill quite a bit.
But he does a bunch of these comic book type movies that you dig.
Yeah, after Batman.
No, he
Forever,
did Batman Forever.
Oh, okay. Is that which one is that?
The one with the nipples.
That's the nipple one with Val Kilmer.
Oh, okay. So
it's horrible.
I talked about that in a song, and I would play you part of it right now, but I don't have a fucking iPad. So you'll have to think it's hilarious on your own, and I'll just go, but he sucked as Batman.
I think we played it before.
We have, but it's nice to revisit those kind of things. Because people might be like, man, I fucking
By the
like
way,
that song.
do you have the 21 tattoo? And where is it?
I do. I'll show you, but I'm super fat, so don't judge me.
What's the 21 for?
All right, ready?
Yep. Oh, y'all got them in the same place.
We decided instead of getting a 20th anniversary tattoo, Bowling for Soup would get a 21st anniversary tattoo, but we're actually already 22. So we got a 21st anniversary tattoo and we're already 22. So we'll probably preemptively get 25.
Hell, do 30.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if somebody dies, it's just fake.
Wait, how many tattoos
we all have
years do you have?
We have 3. So we have one when we first got together.
Okay.
Then we got one at 15.
Wait, how did you know? Wait, you were like, we're forming a band, and in order to be in the band, you have to get this tattoo.
No.
It was like the Cobras in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
You're messing up the snake part.
Not like that at all, actually. No, we had been a band for a few years, and it doesn't say Bowling for Soup on it. It's just a bowling ball.
It says bowling for shit.
Wait, show him the tattoo, and then tell me it's not the Cobras.
It's this one right there. It's the Cobras.
It's totally the Cobras.
This is terrible radio right now. We got the tattoo. It was like to remember the best time of our lives. Like it was like 3 or 4 years in. You know, it's like actually right before Lance quit and right before Gary got in. So Gary actually had to get it, and it was very much like the Cobras tattoo. We actually had to fucking take him in and be like, you're fucking... He's like, but I don't have any tattoos yet. Well, you're fucking getting one if you're going to be in the band. And you're piercing your ears, motherfucker. He's just like, what? I never thought about that. Anyway, it was a whole thing. So, but he's been in the band.
You got it at 3 years. You got it at...
Well, say 3 years, but we like to
3-ish.
consider it like when we started, like it took to mark the best years of our lives, which is the first years of the band.
I'm not dogging on you. I'm just wondering when
then
did you
15.
get the... Okay, 3, 15.
Yeah. And then
21?
21. Yeah.
Why can't we do even? Why couldn't you just do 20?
20th anniversary would have been right, but it's a beer tattoo, so we thought it'd be hilarious. Gary Wiseman, the Cobra. Holy shit, Casey, his fucking nickname's the Cobra.
Cobras.
Unfucking believable. Everything fucking ties together in life, ladies and gentlemen. Don't act like it doesn't.
There are multiples of 3?
Yeah, weird.
Is that what it is?
No, it's just, it was like 20 years and we got busy. It didn't happen.
But why wouldn't you just get the 20-year tattoo?
Because 21 is funnier.
But this is 22. This is year 22 and you're getting 21. Why didn't you just get 20?
Because we already said...
This is in remembrance of their 21st
Well, and
year.
when we were 21, I already said that we were getting a tattoo in a song. So I said, we have a song that is what the fuck? What the fuck is that? What? You're the one that fucking wants me to talk more about movies? Why the fuck is this important to you? Jesus Christ.
Because I'm a little OCD and I want it to be even.
Don't care. This movie stars Jason Patric, spelled Patric.
Yeah. Don't spell it the other way. He gets fucking crazy.
What else did he do? Was he in Speed?
He was in Speed 2.
Speed 2 instead of whom?
Instead of Keanu Reeves.
Right. Got it. So they couldn't get Keanu.
He was in one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
That Brad Pitt's in is Sleepers.
Okay, haven't seen that.
Fucking amazing.
Good looking guy.
Oh,
what the fuck happened to this guy?
Nothing. He did a bunch of stuff.
All right. Corey Haim, who plays Sam. He's the little brother. Diane West, one of my favorite moms of all time. And I'll be honest, had a little bit of a thing for her when in Parenthood.
I've never had a thing for her, but she's the sweetest lady alive,
Maybe.
obviously.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I feel like she's a real redhead.
I just think she's older, and then you like older girls.
She has the sweetest voice of all time, though. Like in this movie where she's like, can we be friends again?
I know,
and you're
right?
just like, go fucking sit down with your mom
Yeah.
and talk to her, and
Don't
you
be a
shut
dick.
up.
Look at her.
Yeah, take those fucking sunglasses off, you
Be
cockface.
respectful.
Bernard Hughes, that guy who played Grandpa, his voice, it was just something resonated. I'm like, God, I know him from somewhere. And
Best thing in the movie. And there's a lot to like about the movie.
Could not figure it out. But I'm guessing it's because he was the grandpa in Blossom, which I did used to watch a lot. But, man, I could not figure out. I mean, I looked through all the movies he's been in, and he's been in a lot, but something about his voice. I feel like he has to have done a bunch of voice shit and stuff like that. Edward Herrmann, again, this is that dude. He's like the everyman guy.
Right.
He's like that. You see him in so much shit that you just assume if he's going to be in whatever movie. If Samuel L. Jackson isn't in it, this guy's going to fucking be in it.
Sure.
Kiefer Sutherland, who is terrifying in this movie.
Yes.
You think he's scarier in this movie or in Stand By Me?
Stand By Me.
Yep.
By the way, 2 Kiefer Sutherland movies in a row we're doing here.
Yeah.
And Corey Feldman movies.
Holy fucking shit, dude. We're in a rut. Jamie Gertz, I loved her back then. I always thought she was a better support actress. I liked her in Crossroads a ton. I just don't... I actually think she got hotter with age. Like, to me...
That's weird.
To me, if she's...
How unusual.
Yeah. I feel like, though, if she's walking through the crowd at some fucking, wherever they are on the pier... Like, is she the girl that, like, just turns every head? Or is it just
I thought the same thing. No.
Yeah.
Would I date her at
Of
any
course.
age? Yes. Is she the girl that stands out in that entire crowd? No.
Right. No, but because you know what? I'm in a similar movie to this. I'm in a movie called Cursed. And it's a Wes Craven movie. And it also takes place on a pier. During the first scene where my band is playing, what's her name from American Pie that shows her boobies?
Shannon Elizabeth.
Thank you, Will.
You're welcome.
Gets murdered.
Wait, is it Shannon or is it Elizabeth that does it?
It's Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh.
And anyway, I think she would be more head-turning. I'm just putting that out there. All right. Corey Feldman, who plays Edgar Frog.
The most head-turning.
Absolutely. Jameson Newlander, who plays Alan Frog.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a fucking sequel to this movie?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
No, who has?
No one.
And why'd they do it? The Lost Boys The Thirst in 2010. The only thing Jameson Newlander has ever done besides The Lost Boys
A star in this movie?
is reprise his role of Alan Frog with Edgar Frog, Corey Feldman, back in 2010.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's it.
Corey was in it too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got him, too.
Wow.
He's in everything. If you want him in it, he'll be in it.
To me,
Should bring him on the show.
The fucking most exhilarating moment, though, was when the fucking boys are walking down the pier and we see Alex Winter. Fucking Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I was so excited! And so now he's been in
Did you not know he was in it?
No, I didn't remember that. But he's in a fucking movie with both dudes from Speed.
Such a beautiful perm mullet.
Unfucking believable.
Gosh, it was amazing.
They did. I just remember thinking that those dudes looked so cool back then.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure that I think that anymore. So this is our first movie for the 2 Coreys. Did you guys know that? This is when it starts.
Right.
And it starts with the Lost Boys. But I feel like here you almost have like the Corey Haim being like, I sort of get it. Like he's the pinup kid. He's kind of cute. He gets all the funny lines in this movie. Then they do License to Drive. Mm-hmm. Great teenage movie. They fucking loved it, this kid.
Is it Kelly Preston in that?
Don't care. Dream a Little Dream came out. Then Blown Away. Highlight of the movie. Nicole Eggert naked. Okay? So if you're going to do 3 degrees of separation from me to Nicole Eggert, Will, any idea on this?
No.
I'll help you out. I did the theme song for the real Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan.
And Nicole Eggert was on that show. Wow. And during the pre-party for that, I got to see her naked in a fountain in real life.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much. I would play some fucking applause or something, but I fucking lost my iPad.
Why was she naked in the pre-show?
Well, you would have to have been there.
Let's talk about the soundtrack real quick.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
I think it's awesome. Actually, I didn't remember the soundtrack being anything. But again, it's an 80s movie. So I get asked this all the time. Why 80s movie? Why 80s? You know, all this. It's everything. It's the music, the hairstyles, the clothes. It was just insane. All of it.
Insane.
You know what blew me away? I couldn't believe that Rich could play the saxophone like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's coming.
I've been working out.
Dude, what the fuck was that? Like an opening party scene with who is this fucking like wrestler Kenny G motherfucker? And what is this he's singing?
I feel like this is a perfect movie.
There is no fucking way you believe that.
Absolute perfect movie.
If you're trying to fuck with me and just take this stance just to be a dick.
No, I am not. I found nothing wrong with this movie. Yeah, you can make fun of parts, but I'm just saying, if you time travel back to the 80s and you watch this is amazing. There's nothing bad about this movie. Yes, there's cheese, but I'd say it's good cheese. It's all good cheese. Everything about this is great.
Well, first of all, most cheese is good.
It's
most
dirty cheese.
Like 70% of cheese is good. You know, I see elements.
There's no way you watched this movie and went, ew, this is terrible.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I did watch it going, and this is one of the first 80s movies that I've watched where I was like, Jesus Christ, what were we thinking? Like
clothes-wise?
No, like just period. And as we get into the movie, I'll explain that more.
Okay.
But there are aspects of it that are just so far-fetched and dumb and just off.
I thought the music was perfect. I thought the acting was great. I thought the pacing was amazing. I never was bored. It was always something going on.
Right.
We got right into it, and by the time we were in the middle of the movie, it was like kicking in high gear. Then it goes right into the climactic ending part, and then there's this whole twist that we'll talk about later. I thought it was greatness.
You know, I mean, I can't say that I thought it was even near a perfect movie. But I also can't say that I hated it. I liked watching it. We laughed a lot during it. There's a lot of comic relief in this that's intentional, and a lot that's probably unintentional. There's a lot of fun things to see during it, just because it's an 80s movie. You know, Rob Lowe poster on his wall to me was fucking hilarious. I mean, I had Rick Springfield on my wall, but at least he could sing. Like, I couldn't really figure out why this fucking kid had a Rob Lowe poster.
Y'all were talking about that, weren't y'all? That like you just had Rob Lowe posters like in the last
I paused it and said, "Is that Rob Lowe?"
Yeah, I know, right?
There was two of them in there.
Well, then behind him he had Reformed Schoolgirls, which was like the dirtiest movie we were allowed to watch.
I had to explain that to Simone.
Exactly. It's like we've talked about this movie before, and I don't think you know what it is. It's Wendy O. Williams, right? Not Wendy Williams.
I don't know who's in it.
So she's this singer, like crazy girl, and it's just basically just naked girls killing each other in prison. Yeah. And they showed it on Skinamax every fucking night. And so that's, you know, how Will and I learned to masturbate. Not together. We were in two completely different states, but you know, and state of minds as well.
But do you ever think like maybe y'all were looking at the same moon, you know?
That's why I use my left hand. It's like
when you were watching this, did you ever go, okay, let's get this going. I'm a little bored right now.
No. For the most part, I mean, I if you're trying to get me to hate on it, I'm not necessarily going to hate on it. I just thought a lot of it was real silly. I also, you know, I think the whole Corey Haim character to me, you know, being scared but also being hilarious the whole time and knowing exactly who to go to, and like these kids from this comic.
Well, you're describing a little bit of camp, and I love a little bit of camp.
Oh, I'm not. Again, you asked me what I thought about it.
No, I know.
So, you know, I don't know. I just found it really Well, like you said, I mean, there's a lot of cheese involved. We had a cheese tray at every show during the last Bowling for Soup tour, and 70 to 80% of the cheese was delicious, right?
There was so much cheese.
So much fucking cheese.
I didn't poop the whole tour.
Dad? Dad?
Looks like he's dead.
No, he's just a deep sleeper. He's dead. Can we go back to Phoenix?
Playing dead. And from what I heard, doing a damn good job of it, too.
Dad! Oh, Dad.
So here's why Corey Haim is a good actor in this movie, and I'm going to tell you that right now. He's good because I think they had him trying to play, like, physically and just actingly trying to be younger than he was. So, if he's dead, can we go back to Phoenix? And, then you fast forward to the fucking bathtub scene where he just, like, no kid has that much. Babe, my child is 4. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's supposed to be younger. And maybe this could be a movie where we sort of give it that whole thing where, hey, it's a comic book movie. And we start to sort of give them leniency in certain areas where it's like, hey, it's supposed to be comic booky and it's supposed to look this certain way and feel this certain way. Mm-hmm. But I just felt like all of his lines, like even run away, like, wait till I tell Mom you're a vampire. Like, you just saw your brother not be in a fucking mirror. Here's what you do. A, shit pants. Secondly, fucking run.
You're right. It is comic booky, but it's cheesy as well. That's my favorite scene.
I like the bathtub scene, but it is very like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. When he's doing that thing. And
I totally enjoyed all that.
Yeah. So this is the beginning of the. So this is just me being completely honest. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I thought he was in a fucking wheelchair. What's going on? Like, why is he not in a wheelchair? And like. Wait a minute. No, Corey Haim. Because I fucking thought I was watching Silver Bullet the whole time or whatever. Like, I mean, look, what the fuck is this? I swear to God. Like, when I was like, oh, he's in the front seat. They're going to get his chair out. They'll wheel him up the thing. I mean, I never, and then when the fuck does he lose the ability to move his legs? Like, it took me a while. I'm like waiting on fucking, what's his face that played Buddy Holly that's crazy now? Isn't he in Silver Bullet too?
Gary Busey?
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, if I had sound effects, this fucking moment right here would be great.
Roadhouse.
Is Jared about to open a beer?
Oh, no. I just played the song Gary Busey Boy by Cornmo.
Is this a game that he played when she was a kid or something?
Yeah, I thought about the same thing. He's just really good at playing dead, But
why? It's not the fact that he's playing dead and he's good at it. It's her reaction. Oh, Dad, he's just a heavy sleeper. Dad.
Yeah.
I mean...
He must just fuck with people all the time.
Well, one of the things that I found interesting about the grandpa character is that because that they established that weirdness, they established the fact that he's going out with these, with the widows, and he just makes this insane taxidermy all the time and just passes it on to whomever. You knew he had to be a part of the ending of the movie. It had to be. Right. It had to be. And
did you forget most of the movie?
Everything. No, I didn't remember anything.
So I hadn't seen this in a long time.
I don't think this is one that I watched a bunch.
I remembered every little bit.
So this is 87. Is that right? So, man, I'd found music by this time. Like, I'm fucking out. Like, I probably went and saw it once, and that was it.
I think I just had to, I had to watch it so I could wear the Hot Topic T-shirt version of it.
Right.
And be like, yeah, I fucking watched Lost Boys. I love the 80s.
Yeah.
When were you born? 1990.
This is a pretty cool place.
And for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Come on, Sam, give Mom a break.
What's wrong with this picture? There's no TV. Have you seen a TV? I haven't seen a TV, Mike. You know what it means when there's no TV? No MTV.
Sammy, we're flat broke.
Lucy, you're the only woman I ever knew didn't improve her situation by getting divorced.
Yeah, I know. But a big legal battle wasn't going to improve anybody's situation. Dad, we've all been through enough. Anyway, I was raised better than that.
Hey, ouch! My hair!
So you carry your hanging clothes in with a fucking big, huge barbell. And then when you get to where they're going, just pump some iron for a little bit. Like, let's get that going. I mean,
speaking of hanging clothes, things I learned from my older snobby husband. They make fucking boxes that do that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, when you move, you just you just hang them.
I didn't know that. I used to shove them all in trash bags.
And also, a little handy moving tip. In the bottom of those, there's a bunch of space.
You put pillows.
Shoes.
Oh,
shoes. Yeah. That way, that's how that goes. At this point, we realize, though, that Jason Patric is possibly the greatest looking human being alive during the making of this movie.
Yeah, he was a good looking.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy? Nothing.
No,
he's fucking perfect.
He was a vampire. That was
Jesus Christ, this guy was attractive.
Yeah, he was.
And I mean, they didn't cast anybody that was remotely even close. Because it's not like, I don't feel like Kiefer Sutherland even became like a sex symbol till like later. You know what I mean? Like, he was always terrifying. I don't know. I don't know a lot about symbols. I was more into shapes.
This was the scene where I realized that this was fictional, not based on a real true story. Because she didn't sue her ex-husband for all of his money.
Right, because she was raised better than that.
Right, that never happens, ever. So I knew it was fiction at this point.
Yeah.
Why would you need money for your children?
Right. Well, this is a completely different podcast that maybe we'll launch someday.
Post-show.
Wait a second, let me get this straight. Are you telling me that we moved to the murder capital of the world? Are you serious, Grandpa?
Well, now let me put it this way. If all the corpses buried around here was to stand up all at once, we'd have one hell of a population problem.
Great, Dad.
Now, on Wednesdays, when the mailman brings a TV guide, sometimes the address label is curled up just a little like that. Now, you'll be tempted to tear it off. Don't. You'll only wind up ripping the cover, and I don't like that. And stay out of here.
Wait. You have a TV?
No. I just like to read the TV guide. Read the TV guide. You don't need a TV.
So I'm totally on board with this. Back in the early, mid-90s, I was in phone sales. And so
I thought you were going to say phone sex.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I'm not even trying to be a dick.
That would have been
I just
awesome.
thought you were like, back in the 90s, I was into phone sex. Because we used to find these magazines in alleys all the time, and you could call this number, like High Society magazine or whatever, and you would call these numbers, and that they would talk some shit to you, and then if you pressed another button or you called something else, so we would just go to other people's houses and fucking run up their phone bill and shit all the time. Did it all the time.
I have a worse story. So I used to babysit these young
I already hate this.
These kids, I was 14. They were like 10, 11.
Okay.
Maybe 12. I don't know. They were like older, but not old enough to watch themselves.
Got it.
And so I'd go over and watch them, and they'd be like, "Hey, my parents got Playboys and stuff." And I'm 14.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm bursting.
Yeah.
And so they go, "Yeah, our parents have Playboys and stuff," and da-da-da. And they would like give them to me and show me. I'm like, "Holy crap!" And I'm trying to be all, I'm your babysitter, but at the same time, I'm like bursting at the seams with hormones. And then they were like, "Yeah, and look, they have numbers you can call, and sometimes we'll call these numbers."
Oh my God.
And then so they basically got me to call the numbers.
You got in trouble for it.
And then I called at my parents' house.
Oh no.
And oh my God, it all, like a month or so later, it all just, my parents had a talking with me.
I remember seeing, like, as a kid, like Playboy and stuff, like young, second grade. I remember there was a guy who, that I hung out with, named Darren, and his dad had a file cabinet in the garage, and I knew how to pick a lock so I could get into the file, and we would look through and Playboy or whatever. But like the first time you see like one of the really crazy ones, like Hustler or whatever, and they're just like, brrr! It's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what's going on? Like,
there was one that had,
she's dying. Someone has split her apart with a sword.
It's like fucking Predator.
Okay, so whenever I was in definitely early middle school, me and my best friend Lauren, we were at school, and I swear to God this is true, we watched a Bill Nye episode in class, and it was based on skin, and in between they'd have these like fake little commercials and stuff. They'd be like, if you want more information, call 1-999-SKIN or something like that. So we fucking went home and did.
Yeah?
And it was definitely a dirty sex phone call line. Yeah. And so we were like, what? I don't know. But it was a long time ago. We did totally. We're like, what was that
And they
number?
showed it to you at school?
It was just a Bill Nye thing. They just put a fake phone number. It was a fake commercial. And so we went home and called it just being stupid.
And somebody else got the number or
and
whatever.
it was definitely a dirty sex thing. And her brother got blamed for it. And it was like a 999 though. It was fucking weird. And yeah, they definitely popped up on the phone bill.
I should apologize to Brian Miller right now because we went to his house every day after school and did this shit, like called these numbers, and he totally fucking got in trouble for it. And none of us ever fessed up.
Well, yeah,
ever.
Your mom was buying the Playboys.
Well, no. These ads weren't in Playboy. This was in like these magazines, the really dirty ones. But all of the shit got blamed on this guy's sister's boyfriends that she was bringing up. And like she was 14.
They were probably doing it too. Whatever. I'm just joking.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Holy shit, that's fucking amazing.
You're welcome.
Thank you, babe. I've had that on my mind for a long time.
I wish I had like grown up in the generation where you just stumble across a magazine with like a spread eagle vagina picture. I grew up in the generation where I'd go like, I want to ask Jeeves about donuts, and it's like a fucking hot dog coming out of an asshole, and, and then there's a virus, and then there's fucking 20 more of them.
That.
I can't explain though why. Just walking through alleys, you would just find the shit all the time. I mean, it's so it doesn't make any sense because everybody has the same stories.
Or a park in the bushes.
Everybody found these magazines like in the craziest fucking places.
All the pervies are like
it just
seeding them everywhere.
It doesn't make any sense.
I was like, oh, my first email, like, oh, I won $1 million, like just football right up in there, like what the fuck? It was a terrifying time for somebody with their first Yahoo email address. Like, it's horrible.
I'm glad we got rid of that one, by the way. A lot of spam.
I still have
a lot of spam. I know you do, baby.
I get a lot of Asian singles things, but that's about it as far as that.
Okay, so back to my story. When I was a salesperson, I did sales calls. And
what?
Yeah. So this was right around when I first got married. So I was a bartender, and then I worked in my parents' business. I did phone sales. Anyway, so in between calls, my brain is just bored to tears. So I would read the TV guide. It literally had the best articles and the most interesting articles in it. And it had a bunch of them. They were all about pop entertainment kind of stuff. And so I'm totally on board with this guy.
Right.
I never used it as an actual TV guide. I mean, we had fucking things on the TV for that.
Right.
I just read the article.
Yeah, it was a big time magazine because it wasn't something that you could just bring up on the screen in real time.
Right, like you can now, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, back then you had to like get the TV guide, or there was something that came in the paper, or there was some mailer that you kept, and you'd have to look to see what was coming on that week or whatever.
Yeah, but he's saying he didn't even read it.
No. That's what I'm saying. But that's why it was such a huge magazine. Huge,
yes.
Because people had to buy to know what was coming on the 3 fucking channels that they had.
Yeah, you could get the newspaper, or you had to get TV Guide. And TV Guide's big thing was we also have articles
all these
about
articles
all these people that you love.
It's not. You can. Fit it in your pocket.
I loved the TV Guide.
Remember Reader's Digest? It's just like they're these fucking. They just took stories and made them shorter.
And you read them while you poop.
Yeah, so that's how I got into Penthouse Forum.
By like normal people.
So Penthouse Forum was this thing that would come out in the magazine, but they would put it in this small magazine, and every once in a while I could convince my mom to buy it for me. And it just like these descriptions of these sexual fucking like it just fictional stories.
Yeah, we had that on the internet.
That's the one time that I have ejaculated without physical touch.
Right. Reading that shit.
Reading that at college.
It was the best.
I read it in college, and I just came in my pants.
I loved it so much.
Okay, you know, I've talked about before that I worked in a bookstore all 4 years of college, right? But, like, it was like a little used bookstore. It had some, like, cute little stuff, but most of it was, like, smutty old lady, like, dirty romance novels.
I like all that.
But my mom, who loves the occasional smutty, dirty romance novel, which, mind you, she reads a ton. She's very well read, but every once in a while she'd be like, send me home with these like Laurel K. Hamilton dirty vampire fairy porn shit.
Fairy porn.
It was fucking weird.
And
I had no idea. And I remember one day, like a friend of mine who was older, I said, oh, my mom reads that. She goes, yeah, it's really good. And like gave it to me, and I was like, that's what's been in these the whole time. I've been selling these things to ladies for fucking like years. Had no idea that was all in there.
All right, so this is where we meet the hunky saxophone player.
Hunky? Is that the word?
I can't even believe that that's where we are right now. Like,
I didn't say hunky.
I feel
would
like
say
this
shiny.
podcast has been going on for like 45 minutes.
It has been.
Longer than that.
We're
probably.
on scene 1. This is basically like everything else has been a motherfucking montage. And then we get to the fucking opening scene. We meet Grandpa. Now we're at fucking muscly fucking WWE Kenny G.
Literally, when we first see Rich, I'm like, what the fuck is
Why
this?
is he me? What's why do you keep saying he's
What
me?
I couldn't figure out was like what's the music that's happening? And again, the 80s are so badass because you could get away with this shit in all these movies.
My favorite part is everyone is fucking into it. They're
Oh
like,
my
this is
God.
the best
There's
shit.
people banging their heads.
Yeah, why are they headbanging?
Yeah.
I
I mean-
have this note. Why were these people headbanging?
They are going fucking crazy. And,
And
this
Jamie
guy,
Gertz is like, oh, I'm feeling
oh
this.
shit,
I'm
yeah,
feeling
yeah,
this.
she is.
This is pop jazz, and they're headbanging.
Is that what it is?
Sort
I
of.
don't know, man. The guy looks like Thor.
It's Tina Turner without Tina Turner.
Yeah, or-
He was the saxophone player for Tina Turner.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, that's what.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Wait.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, totally.
This
That's-
muscly guy was?
He got this gig because he's Tina Turner's saxophone player.
Oh, my
So in
God.
all his videos, he was like this muscly guy, this muscly.
Is this actually him singing?
No, God,
Okay.
no. I don't think it's
All
him
right,
singing
well, that
at all.
that makes
What if it
total
is,
sense.
though?
He was doing the whole Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome album stuff with her.
No shit.
Is he the
Well,
guy in the hockey mask from Road Warrior?
Negative.
I think he's the guy in the hockey mask from Friday the 13th. So that's
Also
him.
negative.
Yeah, that's not
This whole scene took me out of it. I'm like, this fucking stupid.
Well,
To
this is
me,
80s.
This
This is-
opens up 80s. Exactly.
Yes.
My thing says 80s,
Oh,
exclamation
shit,
mark.
I saw this in the theater when I was in high school.
Yeah, me too. And I just this
Back
pier,
then, I was like, this is fucking stupid.
it just reminded me of just like thinking, God, man, it must be great to live in places like this where you can just
Santa Cruz?
go out there or, whatever. I mean, they're
Well, I grew up in Southern California.
yeah, so did you have a pier like this?
Well, yeah, we have piers like that.
Yeah, and they're all
This,
over down
This
there.
is in Santa Cruz.
Why
It's
do you
more
guys
Northern
get peers?
California.
That
Yeah.
doesn't seem fair.
This is in Santa Clara, right? Is
No, it's
that-
in Santa Cruz. They filmed it in Santa Cruz.
Oh, they filmed this in Santa Cruz. Isn't that where fucking Tim Tool's from?
Is Santa Clara a real place?
I don't know.
There is a place called Santa Clara, but that's not what this place is called.
Right.
They call it...
Dude, what if Tim Tool's not here and I think he did grow up in Santa Cruz.
No, he grew up in San Jose.
San Jose.
That's right. I get those mixed up.
Yeah.
That's not
It
even.
just-
That's not even on the Pacific Coast.
I really don't care.
And Lake Tahoe.
Right. Okay. So back to what I'm talking about. The 80s were fucking crazy. Their fucking hair was nuts. Their fucking clothes were insane. This music is unlistenable, but we all fucking bought in. It's like, and then the people that cashed in on it, Bryan Adams, fucking Kenny Loggins, fucking Glenn Fry, all of them just laughed all the way to the bank. They sold their soul to fucking Satan. And fucking, and then John Parr fucking came in and raked it all in.
John Parr.
He fucking
Richard
did.
Marx.
I can run the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel St. Elmo's fire burning inside of me. Are you kidding me? That's the fucking 80s. John Parr is the voice of the 80s. I declare it now, and so it shall be.
My name's Max.
I'm Lucy.
How are you?
Hello.
That's my dog, Thorn.
Hi, Thorn.
Say hello, Thorn. Well, how may I help you this evening? We have it all. The best selection of videotapes in Santa Carla.
No, actually, I'm not looking for a tape. What I need is
A job?
a job. Yeah, I look that needy, huh?
So speaking of the 80s, his
Yeah.
fucking shoulder pads on a guy who has super broad shoulders.
I don't know why this bothers me the most about this scene. She's like at this video store on the pier looking for a job to support 2 children after, like, how much are you going to make working at this? I mean, like,
Well, she's living
Yeah, she's
rent
living
free.
with her dad.
Yeah.
Still have to buy food and TV
She
guides,
might not have any
though.
qualifications. She may not have been working this whole time. You don't know what her situation was
I
before.
don't know
be
if
a
I
dick.
fucking get it. Anyway, there are a lot of VHS. Does anybody listening to this podcast even know what a VHS is?
I do.
I do.
Yeah. Well, if Casey knows, I think we're good.
Okay, I think we're good too.
Yeah, you
So
got
this
a
is
whole-
where we meet Kiefer Sutherland, the two guys from Winger and half of Bill and Ted's. Half of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
100%. Dude, they fucking did get cool looking dudes to play the guys.
Except for Bill.
Yeah.
Who had this short, curly afro hair, and then they put like mop extensions in the back.
Yeah.
It was like a mop.
It was amazing.
It was a little bit crazy. I just remember thinking, man, that's fucking cool. They live in this place and have cool hair. You know, like back then, man, I mean, like people's dads were making them cut their hair.
The Winger twins had really cool hair.
They did have cool hair.
Got a problem, guys?
Just scoping your civilian wardrobe.
Pretty cool, huh?
For a fashion victim. Listen, buddy, if you're looking for the Diet Frozen Yogurt bar, it went out of business last summer.
Actually, I'm looking for a Batman number 14.
That's a very serious book, man. Only 5 in existence.
4, actually. I'm always looking out for the other 3.
So here's our first exchange ever with the two Coreys.
The Corey Haim was, I think, much better actor than Corey Feldman.
In this one, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because I honestly did think that you were just being a positive dick. For, like, just so that, because you're negative all the time.
Was Feldman
and I'm still not fucking sure that you're not doing that.
No, I love this movie. I thought
Feldman
this movie was greatness.
Is terrible.
Was he playing Batman?
He was playing Batman. Like, what's going on with your voice? And it's not. I'm doing and no more.
Maybe
I'm a real tough guy.
He was kind of going through like a froggy
not
puberty
a thing.
thing.
No, he was doing it on purpose.
He was doing it on purpose for sure.
His last name was Frog.
Doesn't matter. He'd be like,
yeah, no, I totally thought he was putting on a deep voice on purpose.
Terrible.
Because
they were playing pretend though. They didn't really fucking fight vampires.
Well, he was pretending to be a badass.
Yeah,
they knew a bunch of stuff.
They did know a bunch of stuff, but they'd never seen it. Like I think he was
just
trying to
he
was trying to intimidate him by his knowledge of shitty comic books.
They were not
really
pretending to be badasses. They thought they were fighting fucking vampires.
Do you think Feldman killed Haim? Do you think Feldman got Haim into drugs?
Oh, I don't fucking care. I don't know.
That's not what I asked.
I don't know, and I don't care.
I didn't ask if you cared. I asked, do you think he did?
I honestly don't know, and I don't give a shit. I mean, I think they both fucking probably did their stuff and partied it out and did stuff they shouldn't have done.
And now Feldman dancing with
angels. One made it, and the other one got crazy.
Well, I mean, they both fucking made it.
Well, think about it though. Let's say
made it out.
Yeah, but is he out? He's still just as insane.
Well, one of them
he's just alive.
No, I'm saying one of them didn't make it, and the other one came out crazy.
Right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know.
But okay, let's just.
All right, back up. I'm going to start over.
Okay,
let's go.
All right, so let's pretend.
Okay.
That Feldman got Haim into drugs.
What's the point of this?
Just follow me here. Jesus Christ, I'm leading you down a path.
Okay, go ahead.
So Feldman gets Haim into drugs. They go party. Fucking Haim dies.
Yeah.
Feldman goes on living. Now he's going, holy shit, I just killed my best friend by getting him into drugs. Like, how do you live with that?
I don't know. I feel like...
They put on weird performances on the Today Show?
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know, man. I think... Honestly, we all saw that one coming. I think River Phoenix was so sudden that it didn't.
Feldman got him into drugs and killed him too. What's up with this dealer?
Shut up.
I think that just that whole crowd, those kids back in the 80s,
they
were just, that was what they were immersed in.
Well, and plus the 80s, we had this was like new drugs. This is like all these new drugs coming in the 80s. Like cocaine was brand new, heroin, crack. They were all coming in. Nobody knew what they actually would do to you long term because it's brand new.
Yeah.
And they just didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Corey Feldman for anything. I think
I'm not blaming him for real.
Corey Feldman, actually, I think he's great in Stand By Me. Again, I think his best movie is The Burbs, which happened after this. He's fucking terrific in it. I think this is a terrible performance by him because he's...
It's a terrible performance by everybody in this.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I mean...
Michael.
Casey, I concur. I think this was a shit show of a movie.
Yeah, I will agree that... And
we'll get there. Classic.
We'll get there in a minute, but there is a point...
Let's be honest.
We're not going to make it to the end.
There is a point where Jason Patrick turns into Batman.
Yeah.
And he just speaks like this the entire time.
Holy fuck.
And that's all that he has to say. And
he can sure put on a pouty face.
Go get in the bathroom.
A pouty, beautiful face.
Jesus Christ.
So
the truth is, I have compassion. I mean, do I think Corey Haim did some great stuff? I do. I think Corey Feldman has done some great stuff. I feel sorry for Corey Haim for anything that was bad in his life, but I mean, dude, fucking addiction is hard.
It sucks.
That's the reason I'm fat. I'm fucking addicted to pizza.
Yeah, but you have to eat. You don't have to do drugs. I mean, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious.
Let's not start our diet.
No.
Fuck it. He's right. He's right.
We have to eat, baby.
We have to do it.
What happens if you breathe too much?
You don't have to drink alcohol to stay alive.
True story.
Have to eat to stay alive. So that's what makes it so difficult.
Yeah.
It's like if you had to go drink alcohol, you're alcoholic, and you had to drink a little bit of alcohol to stay alive.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's hard as shit to not be an alcoholic if you're an alcoholic. So if you're predisposed to eat a lot, like I am, then when I eat, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just eat this whole thing.
You know who I actually, here's the thing, like with the whole Corey Haim thing, like I feel bad that he passed away. I feel bad for his family, obviously, and anyone affected by this. I'm sure that even Corey Feldman, his best friend, my best friend died. And my best friend died in 2007, and it was 100% addiction related. And it sucks. It's not a good thing. You go through a few years of feeling terrible about it, feeling like you could have done something about it, and then you have to just let go. And you thankfully I was, he cleared me, like called me days before, and great conversation, whatever. I didn't mean to get into this. My thing is this, is that I don't want anybody to fall victim to that kind of shit. I hate it. I hate all of it. Mm-hmm. I just know, I know it happens, and it's hard for me to to relate to anybody else's stuff, but I can try and put myself into their world or whatever. But I'm no fucking Corey Feldman. You know what I mean? Like we weren't two fucking stars. Doing all this insanity. It's like I was a fucking rock star, and it was my manager, and now he's gone. You know.
One of the sad things that has come out from Feldman in his book is that they were molested when they were these kids.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's been like a big thing in that whole.
They're molested by this cabal of Hollywood fuckholes that.
Are you serious?
Abuse these children actors, and that really screwed them up.
Yeah,
it's all of that is so hard because do you get the same story from all of them? You don't get it from Jerry O'Connell. You don't get it from Will Wheaton. And I'm not taking away from anybody's story, dude. I don't know shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying that Corey Feldman is a hard person to look at seriously, let alone take seriously, and almost. Ridiculous in every fucking thing that he does. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but you still can't take away like a childhood trauma.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, but
but
Corey
who would
Haim
want to molest him.
But Corey Haim didn't say that, so now it's being said for Corey Haim, and Corey Haim isn't here to say that. So I don't.
No, I think there's been like long-term like witnesses and people that have been like spoken to about certain things that are coming out, especially in some of these weirder situations with the Cosby thing and all the stuff going on in the film industry.
I don't doubt it.
Well, Corey Feldman was involved. Like there was a Michael Jackson tie-in to all that shit,
that's
too.
right. Yeah.
So
he's still trying to be Michael Jackson, isn't he?
Well, there you go. Oh, apparently that's long-lasting.
It's a vicious cycle. All right, so this is where we see the vampires kill for the first time. We don't know who it is. We just see vampires killing.
Problem.
We assume it's the guys that walk into the VHS shop. Because they had the problem on the Ferris wheel with the security guard, and then now the security guard dies. But here's what I loved about this movie is they don't show the vampires flying around.
Low budget.
You really thought that if they had a bigger budget that it would be better if they showed the vampires flying around?
And explosions, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
A robot.
No, I don't disagree with you, Rich. I actually think that there's a lot of wanting to see it all happen that happens from this point on. I bet
there's a wanting to see it by the dudes that made it because they couldn't afford it.
Well, it did actually happen. We do see them attack at some point during the movie, and that's coming up later. But here, we hear it, right?
Yeah, that's the whole suspense of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing.
No, I'm yelling at him, not you.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying that look, I don't feel like they had even the means with the budget to try and figure out how to make this fucking, Harry Potter.
And I'm saying, even if they had the budget, I wouldn't want to see them flying, even if it looked amazing. Like if it was Man of Steel level flying. That's not what I want. I love the suspense of just seeing the camera come down and the
car gets the top ripped off or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, and hearing them just laughing and hey, ho, ho, whatever.
Maybe not the ho-hos.
Right? See?
But, yeah.
So it did get a little ridiculous, didn't it?
No, I mean, it is cheesy. I said that at the very beginning, but I loved all the cheese. I just thought the pacing was great. The music, the whole thing just came together.
Which song did you like?
That's right.
Thou shalt not fall. Thou shalt not
It's pretty good, dude.
Thanks.
Wait, Jaret's opening a beer.
This is just our cover. We're dedicated to a higher purpose. We're fighters for truth.
Oh my God, it's fucking killing me.
Justice. And the American
I want
way.
this to stop right now.
Right. Here, man. Read this.
I told you, I don't like horror comics.
Think of it more as a survival manual. There's a number on the back. And pray that you never need to call us.
I'll pray I never need to call you.
I'll pray that my friend Corey turns into a better actor so we can make some money together to spend on heroin.
Why is Sam Haim? Why is he such a dick?
Who's Sam Haim?
Sam. Corey Haim.
Oh, Sam. Gotcha.
Why is he such a dick? He's obviously there trying to meet people and look for friends.
Well, they made fun of his clothes and told him that there was a Diet Froyo down the road.
He doesn't mean to meet those friends.
But he's like, they're pretty cool, right?
Because he's not like his brother where they're like, I almost threw you off a cliff. Follow us to our clubhouse. All right. Like,
Okay, Casey,
by the way,
Casey, which is worse? Corey Haim's clothes or Corey Feldman's acting in this movie?
Oh.
Acting.
Haim's
Acting.
Haim's
Acting.
clothes.
No, Feldman.
I thought his clothes were awesome.
What?
They're pretty bad. They all look like he just went to paint class.
Yeah, they all looked fucking awesome on Will Smith and fucking
all wearing
Prince of
smiles.
Bel-Air. But
Oh my God! Wait, she just fucking nailed it.
What'd you say?
I said they all look fucking awesome on Will Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's just a Weasley little fucking kid.
I thought for that era, I was like, man, if I could have dressed like that, I would have had all the babes.
No,
every
dude,
one of
every
the babes.
time you fucking walk in the room on this kid, it's like, is he in his pajamas? I don't know. Is he in the bathtub? Nobody knows. It could be his outfit.
Growing up, I don't remember people.
That's his bathtub outfit.
I don't remember people dressing like this where I grew
No,
up.
nobody.
I feel
You
like-
couldn't get away with it. This is the kind of shit that you would see this movie. Go to fucking Gadzooks or whatever store,
And they'd be selling it.
Chess King, and you'd fucking buy that outfit and go to school, and people would be like, "The fuck do you have
I
on
love
right now?"
Gadzooks.
They would
You
say-
could not.
They would literally say, "What? Did you go to chess game?"
You could not get away with wearing this to school.
There was a
Chess
bright
King.
red pair of like parachute pants that my mom wouldn't buy me from Gadzooks, and it fucking broke my heart for the rest of my life.
Parachute pants had their time, and it was
Shit,
80s
Casey,
metal.
right?
I had to- I
Yeah,
had
well,
to-
I was like trying to be 80s metal, but like in the 2000s.
Oh, okay. I understand why that didn't work for you.
Yeah,
Why?
because it was the 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked fine for me. I just hung out with all those kids that still look exactly the fucking same as they did.
Yeah, back when I was.
Yeah, the camo pants and the beard.
Got it. No, we didn't do camos.
No, my friends, not yours. Different time.
Jesus Christ.
I
Okay,
pegged my
Dick.
pants.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the other frog brother like would have been my boyfriend for like 3 weeks in 7th grade. Guaranteed.
Where you going, Star?
For a ride. This is Mike.
Let's go. Star. You know where Hudson's Bluff is overlooking the point?
I can't beat your bike.
You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to try and keep up.
So, did you think it was the weirdest thing ever that they had this 6-year-old kid riding around on the motorcycles everywhere they went?
They looked old enough to be his fucking grandfather, so no.
I actually kind of thought that some of that was a bit of the mystery that made sense to me. And because I felt like that was needed at the end to where he would actually become some whatever. And you find him missing on a milk carton.
Okay, but let's back up a little bit.
Okay,
So,
sure.
out of all the people on this fucking beach that they could have converted,
Right.
they pick a 6-year-old boy.
Well, that hasn't been explored.
Was that like her brother or something?
No, he's like
he's a missing kid.
Missing
he's
child.
on a milk carton.
Yeah.
So I just feel like these vampires are kind of into some freaky shit. Is what I'm saying.
Clearly the Stargirl has an emotional attachment to this little boy. Maybe
Is that
she like
her
didn't,
brother?
Maybe she didn't let them because she keeps him on her side.
That's the thing. Is so she's protecting this boy, and maybe he had run away from home. We don't know that.
Maybe they're using the little boy to get hurt.
Why do they convert the little boy?
Petty vamps.
If I just think Kip Winger is into little boys. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I get it. So no, hold on. So we don't know that. I mean, he's not converted though.
He's only a half.
No,
vampire.
he's the same as her, which is he's
so
a vampire.
He's had a drink,
but he hasn't had the kill.
He hasn't had
half
a kill.
vampire. Also, why'd they try to lick her up a little kid? Anyway,
what'd you just fucking say?
Lick her up with wine.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That is not what I heard at all.
Okay, second question.
That's what I heard too.
That's not what I said. I have a real question. I can't do it in how do I do it in Batman voice?
I have another question.
I have a real question.
Was that him?
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so did they give her the name Star, or was it her real name? Because when they're walking down the street and he goes like, "Oh, your parents are too," and she's like, "What?" Or like, "Oh, you have one of those names? Oh, what name?" She has a vampire name, and he's like your parents are hippies. Like clearly, if her name's really fucking Star, she would know.
I don't think that's a thing.
Shitty hippie name.
Nah, I don't because fucking Kiefer Sutherland's name is David.
I think.
You know what I mean? Like
Star of David.
I wouldn't.
We just holy shit!
We just solved the Lost Boys. Cue the music.
Chinese. Good choice. Yes, first.
You don't like rice? Tell me, Michael, how could a billion Chinese people be wrong? Come on.
How are those maggots?
Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. How do they taste?
Well, I think one of the important things to point out here is that watching old movies can be very educational. Because at this point, there were only 1 billion people in China. I'm not sure why that's fucking even makes any sense to even talk about, but fuck it.
Why is that relevant?
Okay, I'm going to get kind of serious right now. I don't mean to bring in the room down. Real. Something I don't think is funny is fucking with Chinese food, okay?
Yeah, you hate that.
Oh my God.
I think
you love Chinese food.
Did you remember this scene?
This is the main one I remember.
This is the
Asian
main one that I remember
so
too. And actually, here's the thing that and this is just me being honest. If I put myself in this situation, okay, if I'm Michael,
right,
I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be cool.
You have your serious.
I'm not trying to be funny. I've ridden this motorcycle. I've followed these guys. I'm doing all this or whatever. Like, how are those maggots? I'm not even looking down at the container. They're fine. You know what I mean? And I take another bite. I don't give a fuck. Like I've followed. Like me and you,
we almost
are obviously on. Yeah, we're off. There's some mental thing that's happening here.
Dude, steal my girlfriend onto your motorcycle, run me off a fucking cliff, but don't fuck with my low main. All right? Like,
and why did they just give him? No, but they just gave him like white rice at first.
That's what I said. Like. Here's some Chinese, some white rice.
A billion Chinese people can't be wrong. It's actually, you know what? Now they could be.
Michael sure is willing to go with a lot of stuff here for this tale.
Yeah, and there, you know what? There's not a lot of peer pressure.
But
honestly, like
at any point, he could have been like, "You later."
You know what? Fuck it. Like he rode. One girl never even got on a motorcycle. They make one motorcycle ride, and he's a goddamn vampire.
He does not know this girl.
I will say this though, like, I guess good thing he is a fucking dipshit because if he left, like, then they would just kill the shit out of him. He shouldn't know that yet.
That's true.
If he was like, "You ran me off a cliff, fuck you, I'm leaving," they would have.
Also,
smart like a fox. See, you are funny.
What is happening here?
Killed Jaret.
It's the laugh cough.
Oh my god.
So, and we should bring this up too. I mean, vampires are known to what is it called?
To eat Chinese food?
Enchant people, charm people. So maybe that's why
they glamour him.
You know, she passed by him.
Yeah.
She put her little charm spell on him, and that's why he gravitated to her.
This makes sense.
Because he was supposed to be her
first.
Right.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah.
She glamored him. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
didn't look like he was her
You know
first.
what? One thing I couldn't understand about the vampires is how come they weren't sparkly?
They were.
They fucking were, dude.
Dude. Okay.
Yes, okay, Casey, take credit. This is all you.
Okay, so whenever they... Well, this is way later.
Do you want to wait till we get to the point? You want to wait till we get to that point?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
okay.
fuck it.
So they go into the cave, all the fucking little Corys and their fucking Cory crew.
Mm-hmm. And the guy that you dated for 3 weeks.
And my boyfriend, I'm sure that I would have had in 7th grade for 3 weeks.
Frog brother, yeah.
Lucky him.
Walk into the cave, stab the fuck out of the dude, right? And they get all the vampire goo on him, right?
Yeah.
So they get in the car, and it's all fucking glitter.
It really is.
All their blood is full of glitter.
Goes,
I said...
She says, is there glitter on them, or is it just me? I'm like, dude, there's fucking glitter all over them.
The goo, all the stuff that came out of them is all glittery, and I was like, that's so funny, because
they have them on their heads, like all over their bodies. It's just glistening in the sun.
She stole that from fucking Lost Boys.
Maybe.
No,
she gets credit for the glitter thing.
No, but the thing is, like,
It's
everybody
definitely
was like,
there.
Everyone's like, glittery fucking vampires. Like, they should be like the vampires in Lost Boys, but the vampires in Lost Boys were also fucking glittery.
There is definitely glitter.
Wow.
100%. If you watch just the scene of them getting into the car only,
We solved Twilight.
fucking glitter everywhere.
Michael, you're one of us. Let go. You are one of us, Michael.
You're one of us, Michael. So this diving off the train thing.
See, Stand By Me would have been a better movie if it had something exciting about the train like this had.
Are you kidding me?
Here's what I don't fucking get, Rich, is how you don't see the similarities in this movie to Goonies. It's the same goddamn movie.
Okay.
It's literally the same fucking movie.
Walk me through it.
No, I don't need to.
Which character is Chunk again?
Yeah, I don't
Chunk
know.
is fucking the
Feldman?
Feldman. Yeah, that's
right.
it.
Things I'm not going to do. Go down.
Feldman?
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, you're dating his brother. That's kind of weird.
Can I just say, back to the scene where he gets apparently turned into a vampire. Mm-hmm. Is vampire blood like sangria?
Okay, so I was actually going there on this too.
Yeah, but no.
I wanted to say, no, you know what it is? It's fucking tiger's blood. This is fucking Charlie Sheen. Fucking like
the snow
this is him being like, fuck, I should have been in this movie.
No, wrong Young Guns.
No, I get it, but dude, this is foreshadowing to Tiger's Blood. God, it's thin. It's so thin you can't even see it on their tongue when they stick their tongue after drinking it.
I said the same thing to myself, but then he made the Chinese food look like maggots. He can make the blood look like wine.
But I know it'd be like ketchup.
Yeah,
right?
it'd be fucking if it's been in a bottle for a while.
No, but if he
it's fucking plasma, dude.
No, you're missing my point.
It doesn't seem very real. Is what I'm trying to say.
He enchanted him to make him think he was drinking wine, just like he made him think that he was eating maggots when it was just rice.
Well, that can't be true because when he comes back and he disposes of it, he's not being enchanted by then, and it's still thin and runny.
Well, that's just bad special effects.
Okay, well then, fuck it.
Maybe that person had like a disorder.
Fucking Charlie Sheen.
Which character is Sloth?
I feel like the
grandpa.
I feel like the vampires should be more organized. They should have some sort of an orientation program because he had no idea he was a vampire, and they were like, "You're one of us, dude. You can just fly." And then they're like,
and he's all scared and shit.
He's like, "What does this mean?"
This is what I'm saying. Like,
they should have some kind of a manual that you could read prior
again,
to
this
the bridge.
guy, all he's trying to do is fuck Jamie Gertz.
Right. It's like, I'm
so
hanging
many
off this bridge with you so I can fuck your girlfriend.
So many 80s movies, it's already happened.
Would you become a
Ralph
vampire
Macchio did it.
At this point in your life, would you become a vampire to fuck her?
Yeah. Sure. What, me?
Yeah. At that point in your life.
Whoa, hold on.
Like, let's say, like, what are they? They all like are what, like 40? So like in the 80s,
I'm going to be
like
completely
a senior in high school.
I'm going to be completely honest. Like, if you're asking me a real question,
yeah.
If I'm offered what they have, I become a fucking. I don't care about having sex with her. I'd fucking do it.
You'd be a vampire?
Yeah.
All of his concerts are at night.
Live forever, cool. Like fucking. Dude, he was talking about.
Who wants to live forever?
No, but he's talking about things that happened in like the 1900s and shit, and he was there for that. That's what's crazy.
Here's the problem, though. At the rate that they're converting people into vampires, they're never going to reach critical mass.
No.
Because it's like one person. It's been weeks, and it's like they got this girl. She hasn't even drank blood yet. I was like, how long is this going to take?
She just didn't drink
for
the
three
other blood.
people? It's like a whole thing.
Better
like
question.
Convert.
So hold on. So I'm the only one that would go ahead and be like, fuck it, I'll live forever.
No, I would do that. My point is,
okay,
if I was the vampire converting...
Will.
Well, if I could be a Twilight vampire, yes.
I don't know what that means.
It means like ripped and young and not
with
douchebag.
special powers, and I can walk around in the sun. Yeah, that's fine.
No. I'm just saying, if I was a vampire, I could convert at least 10 people a day. Like, I'd have a whole army in a week and a half.
Thing. I don't think that their job is to convert. The point was,
then why are they converting?
Do you know how expensive smoking would be in the lifetime of a vampire?
Listen to me very carefully.
They hunt in packs.
Listen to me very carefully. No one is being converted except Jamie Gertz. Fucking Michael is being converted to be killed. By Jim. Listen.
Initially.
No.
At first, yeah.
No. He is to be her first. That's it.
No, he was supposed to be her first, and then
they let
liked him, and then now he's
not true.
That's absolutely true.
I don't think that's what I get from it.
The movie
I think. Well, maybe you should have watched the movie better.
Yep. She didn't get very much chance to kill him.
She could have bit the shit out of him while he had his dick inside her.
She probably did.
That was after that whole thing.
Was after
no, but it doesn't matter that he's not a. Okay, listen to me very carefully, guys.
He's a half a vampire.
He is. Okay, he's a half a vampire.
And so is she.
With a half a chub inside her.
But why did they want him to kill the people at the fire pit?
She bites him.
Yep.
Vampire
and eats him. She's a full vampire.
Right.
He's dead.
Right.
That's it. So he got. They baited him in so that she would kill him and become a vampire.
Why do they have to go through the
Jamie
process?
No, the whole movie is about that.
No.
Then why
else would it keep happening? Listen to me.
Why would they make him a half vampire? All she had to do was
fucking with him hard, but they weren't fucking with her at all.
No, all they had to do was feed to become full vampires. Both of them.
Exactly.
They didn't have to turn him into a fucking half vampire first. They should have just been
head vampire
"Hey,
said it was all about you.
We got him in a cave.
Lucy?
Bite the fuck out of them."
I was going to get the kids into the vampire family so that I could get you, the mother.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking totally get it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the fucking redheads.
Yeah.
What about the Nook? What'd you do to my dog, you asshole?
Nothing. I didn't hurt him. He bit me. This is my blood.
Why'd he bite you, Mike? Huh? What would you do to him?
He was protecting you.
Look at your reflection in the mirror. You're creature of the night, Michael. Just like out of a comic book. You're a vampire, Michael. My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
Sammy, wait. Sam!
Fucking goddamn shit-sucking vampire. That fucking line's great.
How did you not like this scene?
No, I love this. I think it's great. And
this whole scene from when he wakes up in the morning and he's got the sunglasses on and he takes the bath and the Nook bites his hand and then he's floating
what I said
outside.
was I just thought like it's time to take a bath. And he goes in, he gets his bath, and he's acting like a fucking child.
Right, yeah.
This is a kid that can walk around California City by himself and fucking shop for comic books and talk to all the goddamn fucking people around.
Right.
But yet when he gets in the goddamn bathtub, all of a sudden
it's 6.
Yeah, he's 6 years old.
Although Arthur did the same fucking thing. You didn't have a problem with that.
I agree. So all of a sudden, he gets attacked by a dog. His hand hurts.
Right.
He doesn't see his reflection. He runs upstairs. Whatever.
Right.
He gets sucked out a window. And then then not only is he fucking stuck to the window, he just hanging right in front of his brother's window. Like, what the fuck is he even holding on to?
It was the phone.
Yeah, the phone. He was talking to his
so
mom.
the phone.
Yeah, he was like, "Mom, don't listen to him."
Because we all had fucking phone, like actual phone cords back in the day. They were so strong.
Yeah. You always had a brother on the other going, "He's a liar."
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ.
Hey, my roommate in college threw a phone across the room. It hit the end of the cord, and because there was so much momentum, then swung to the left and knocked an Alpha Phi right in the fucking head, and we had to apologize to their entire sorority.
Well, thank God Mom calls during all this. So the guy's like, "Hey, help me, Sammy." And Mom calls, and then Sam wants to sleep with Mom, and he's wearing garlic.
Oh, right.
And she's like, somebody's been eating pizza, and he forgets about the garlic necklace that he's wearing, puts the robe back on, and lays back in bed with this red-headed fucking hot mom that he probably wishes he could do in real life.
Oh, Jared, stop going back into your weird, deep-rooted mom issues.
Oh, Will. Dude, he goes, if he was still around.
Oh, no.
That was bad. I apologize.
No, that phone call, though, Mom, he's coming to get me! He's lying! Like, that conversation happened in my house,
if I was Mom...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If I was Mom and Dad, I'd be like...
It did!
Bull crap.
Did yours not sound like that ever? You had a big brother.
Oh, dude, all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I always, if I could get to the phone, that was, my fucking goal.
No, we weren't allowed to call my parents anywhere, ever.
My house was a horror movie. I'd, creep out of my room.
Yeah,
He'd, pop around the corner. I'd
yeah, that's what 911's for.
I wasn't allowed to get to cry when I get hit in the face.
You weren't a girl.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Don't be sexist, Stacey.
Well,
I'm a boy, and this is my knapsack.
Look, it says here that if you kill the head vampire, all half vampires will return to normal. Guys, if my brother's a vampire, believe me, he's only half.
Does your brother know who that vampire is?
No, I don't think so.
Then you'll have to kill him. And if you don't, then we will.
This all started when my mom went to work at Max's video store. Max never comes in till after it's dark. The dog who chased my mom this morning was his. Here, listen to this. Vampires require a daytime protector, a guardian, to watch over them as they sleep. Fierce dogs. The hounds of hell are often employed for this purpose.
No shit.
Yeah, well, what happens if my mom is dating the head vampire?
Okay, please, Richard, play the first 6 lines of this scene and tell me again how perfect the acting is.
I never said the acting was perfect.
You did. We'll rewind back in a minute. Go ahead. Play the first 6 lines.
Look, it says here that if you kill the head vampire, all half vampires will return to normal. Guys, if my brother's a vampire, believe me, he's only half.
Does your brother know who that vampire is?
No, I don't think so.
That's fucking perfect. I take it all back. It is perfect.
Oh my God.
I love it. No, man.
Come on. Kill him.
First of all, I love the switcheroo about who the head vampire is. So we think it's David, right? We, the audience, thinks it's David. Mm-hmm. And then these guys make a good case that it's Max.
Dude, 80s movie-wise, I fucking get it. No, hold on, listen to me. So we even have the scene where they come to David's house, and he's like, hey, what's going on up there?
David doesn't have a house.
I'm sorry, Max. Max. Jesus Christ, everybody.
Michael.
So they're flying around above the house.
Yeah, they're flying around. He's just like, I wonder what's going on. And then I'm sure they just have a blood meal.
Have we not talked about the Michael thing?
Michael.
All right.
Michael.
Let me get through my spiel.
Michael.
We think it's David, and then they make a good...
Michael. Come on, y'all keep doing it.
Michael. Michelle.
All right. We, as the audience, think it's David. Then these kids make a good case for why it would be Max.
Sure.
But we know that they don't even know about David. So we're going, no, it's David, you dummy.
Yeah.
Max is fine. Because he's all scared of the vampires when they're flying around.
But by this point...
then they prove it's not Max with the tests in the next scene.
Well, let's go to that right now. No. We're
I got plenty for that.
No, we're right there.
I got plenty for that.
God damn it.
So... But
we're ready to get to the fucking garlic cheese.
But then we don't know that there's a loophole that he gets by, so he passed the test. And then later, they kill David, and then boom, it's Max. Like, that whole switcheroo back and forth
But
is
they
amazing.
foreshadowed a little bit with that weird, like, the thing around his house and the fucking bat flying in, the bat kite and all the shit, and that was before the dinner.
Yeah, but it seems like they're trying to fake us out like, oh, it's Max, but we know it's David, but they're trying to like, oh, it's probably, but then they have the test, and we're like, oh, it's not. It's fucking David. They killed David, and it was like, oh, boom, at the end, then it's Max. I just love that whole thing.
I have no idea what the fuck you just said. Let's get to the spaghetti.
All right.
It's not cheese. It's garlic.
But you hate garlic, don't you?
No, I like garlic. It's just a little much. Raw garlic.
Garlic? How did that happen? Guys, he likes garlic. Here, quick, drink some water. Whoa! Sam, what's the matter with you? Does it burn?
Burn? What are you, nuts? It's freezing.
So you like all of this, like just these reactions, and you think this is what how a mom would react? Wouldn't a mom just be like, "Get the fuck out of here while I go suck this guy's dick"?
My favorite
That's
part
what my mom would have done.
Is they give him the garlic, and he's reacting to the garlic, and he goes, guys, he likes the garlic. And he's sitting next to the guy who loves it. Exactly. It's hilarious.
How old are they supposed to
so
be?
funny. It's so Scooby-Doo.
They've got to be 9 years old.
No, they're not.
But the whole time Max is like, these kids are testing me to see if I'm a vampire.
Exactly.
I need to fucking murder them.
So it's very... So Casey actually explained this to me, and then we couldn't figure it out, and then we did. So if you invite the vampire in...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he walks in and he goes,
Well,
aren't you going to invite me in? You're the man of the house.
Explain it at the end, too.
But it's different in other vampire stories. So
but stop being such a dick. We fucking figured it out.
So in my memory of all vampire stories I've ever read, like, you have to invite a vampire in, otherwise they can't come in.
Right.
In this one, if you invite them in, then you're
Which
powerless.
is totally ridiculous.
You're powerless.
You're
but
powerless
if you
with all
don't,
the
if they just
garlic and
come
shit.
in, then you give them some garlic, they're fucking dead.
Right.
Yeah, garlic bath.
Yeah. Well, that was holy water,
Yeah,
too.
I think you do that if you get sprayed by a skunk or like
Something like that. I feel like that's tomato
Smallpox.
juice. Oh, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so then we get to the vampire kill scene at the bonfire.
Right. Yeah, this is where the initiation is over.
And I'm pretty sure that these vampires are gay because they pick out just a bunch of dudes.
Not only a bunch of dudes, these guys are called in the credits, and I swear to God, surf Nazis. They not only pick out dudes.
So is it the band?
They pick no. It cannot fucking be the fucking surf Nazis like a band. Oh my God, it could fucking be. And they're just listening to Run DMC. Makes no
is like
no
the
sense.
butthole surfers.
These are just fucking
No, they're
like.
from Austin.
Why wouldn't you hit a strip club and kill the strippers getting off at the end of the?
Well,
their
I
shift?
think it. And actually, if I may,
They're gay.
Can we? No, let's.
Not
calm,
that there's anything wrong with that, right?
Let's-
Nothing wrong with that.
Can we calm down for a second?
sorry.
We get into this conversation all the time in Bowling Pursuit because we have like a really fat guy, and then like I'm newly fat. And then we have Eric, who used to be fat, and now he's kind of not anymore. And then Gary, who's just like kind of normal size. Then we have crew guys, and we have like a skinny guy. So we talk about who would be the most delicious all the time. And so, no, this is a true story. So we like it. So what you eat from an animal that's delicious.
I feel like you'd be too sweet.
But it's muscle, right? Is what you eat. Like
I just feel like you'd have a very sweet taste to you.
Bacon's got a lot of fat in it. It's delicious.
No, he tastes like Mexican food.
Okay, I don't know what but Mexican food is like that's a whole encompassing thing. It doesn't mean that I would
like a spice
Tex-Mex, just like cheesy and
like a chimichanga,
salty and beanie.
What do you? That's a whole goddamn like. That kind of hurts my feelings. I thought you would be like that. I would taste better than that, but that's fine.
You love Mexican food. You eat it all the time. It's
Okay, you do too. So, but you would taste
you
like
make me.
you would eat Chinese food. You would taste like Chinese food.
That's
That
true.
doesn't make any sense.
She
So
would
you would
absolutely
be
taste like Chinese.
salty. That's what I'm saying because you eat so much of
You
that.
call me salty?
You're a salty motherfucker, man. That is true.
I think that's a sexist term. Salty.
Jesus Christ, she is a salty motherfucker.
Salty meat is delicious.
That's true.
It's cured.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Well, growing up in Southern California, I used to go to these beach bonfires all the time, and me and my bros, we'd just blare the music and dance around like assholes.
Did y'all do that all the time?
Oh, totally. No girls at all.
Yeah, no girls.
Are you being serious right now or no?
That's like Karate Kid.
Did you kick the ball into the fucking fire on purpose?
We would dance and laugh and tickle each other. It was awesome.
Tickle each other.
It was fucking awesome.
She's one of them! And don't tell me it doesn't make her a bad person, Mike.
You know where David took me tonight, don't you, Star?
Who's David?
Yes, it's my fault. If you hadn't met me, if I hadn't liked you, I tried to warn you.
It was that night in the cave, wasn't it? That wasn't wine they gave me to drink. It was blood. That was David's blood.
You drank someone's blood? Are you crazy?
I'm just like David now, Star.
No, you're not. You're like Laddie and me. We're not one of them.
Until you make your first kill.
Why didn't you kill me last night?
You're supposed to be my first. That's what David wanted.
The good thing is that that Sammy read the comic, so he knew exactly what was going to happen the whole time. So play by play, he's not terrified at all.
He's terrified.
Well, he's wrapped under the blanket, but it's all obviously.
You realize blankets are powerful. If you get under the blanket, nothing can hurt you.
Don't run.
Everybody knows that.
Or anything like that. So here's the thing: she disappears, and he goes after her.
Wait, you're getting ahead of me.
No, I'm not.
I want to talk about this scene in the room right now.
Well, then we can talk about that, but then I have a lot to fucking say.
First, I love that every time that Corey wakes up, there's a new animal that his grandpa has put there.
The best. Again, I think that the grandpa is the best character of the whole movie.
Totally
Absolutely.
agree.
Because it's weird on purpose, but yet he isn't freaked out by anything. Everything just makes sense.
And we know why by the end, because this is just old hat.
No, but even like them taking the car, like, Grandpa, you okay with the car? And they're taking an unconscious girl up the stairs and a child. And he goes, hey, did I not tell you about the new rule? And he's like, no. Well, you've got to gas up the car when you bring it home. And he's like, okay. Like, blowing off Grandpa. Grandpa knows what the fuck's going on.
Okay, so don't tell me she's not a bad person is the best line in the movie.
Yeah, that actually is really good.
That's hilarious.
I actually will argue that wait till Mom finds out is my favorite line.
Those two are the lines of the movie.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So here's why I don't like all of it all-encompassing. I feel like making Corey Haim like all this comic relief, but not ever being like really scared, and they're really again, it's comic booky. So if that's what we're doing, that's cool to me. But I don't feel. What are we supposed to? Are we supposed?
So you're worried
to be
about the realism about a movie about vampires?
Am I supposed to be scared here, or what's supposed to happen?
It's a little.
The one person that doesn't fucking take any of this serious is Corey Haim. He doesn't fucking none of it's real.
He's scared, but he's also
not really
informed from reading the comics.
This kid is fucking going into a goddamn fucking pit here in just a minute.
The movie is actually categorized as a comedy horror.
Yeah, and it is funny.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
You don't think it's funny?
No, I didn't think it was funny at all.
Oh, man. I fucking love that.
Did you notice that, Corey Feldman's voice is going deep. Did you notice Corey Haim's voice going
higher?
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weird.
But Corey Feldman has acne. Corey Haim, not so much.
Clear skin. So she did tell him it was blood. He was all, it was blood in there, wasn't it? It's like, I told you it was fucking blood.
Yeah.
I literally said, that's blood.
Yeah.
He just ate maggots,
Don't
though.
drink
It's been a
it.
weird
It's
fucking
blood.
night.
Wait, who said that? She did?
Yes. At the cave, when he was about to drink, she was like, don't drink it, it's blood. And he's all,
yeah, sure it is.
Well,
like,
it's
maggots.
the whole
right.
maggot worm thing.
Right, but he's all, that was David's blood in there, wasn't it? So he's all mad at her.
Right.
And she's like, dude, I fucking told you. Like, literally said, that's blood.
I mean,
don't
I feel
drink
like maybe he had just been David was drinking a lot, or had like a shitload of Advil because it was so thin.
Oh, he probably was on blood thinners. He was super old.
It's a blood thin.
They must have hidden the coffins around here someplace.
There's nothing here. Let's go, guys.
Jesus!
Ah! That they were supposed to be in coffins.
That's what this cave is. It's one giant coffin.
That's what this cave is. One giant Come on, Rich.
Dude, They are the sleuthiest sleuths that's ever sleuthed.
And honestly, like you don't
as
see
they're
the,
yelling in the cave.
You don't see
wake up the vampires.
You see the you don't see the similarities of Goonies right now. Like the vampire guy is trusting all of the children and taking them there in a car, and then bringing them in, and he's taking all of the other vampires out and letting the children solve the mystery.
A little bit here, I guess.
A little bit, you think?
A little bit. And vampires apparently have not heard of the concept of toenail clipping.
No, well, that whole thing happens.
Why whenever you're a vampire do you just get weird
gross.
fucking feet, but the rest of you's fine?
So the all things go to shit. They fucking stab the one guy.
Not Bill.
They stab fucking Bill, dude. But you know what? In my heart of hearts, I think that Bill and Ted go back and rescue him.
It's like a glitter piñata
and make it right. So much glitter.
Bill's my favorite.
So they're
I have
like,
a question.
They're like, Plan B. There's no Plan B. Let's go make it.
They're not pregnant.
And then what the fuck is wrong with you right now? We're still talking about the movie.
He's talking about Plan B. He's talking about Plan B.
I know, but like, not every one-liner is a fucking winner. Rich,
if you don't address it, it would have just slipped in. You would have kept talking.
It's really
no big deal. But you have
now the Plan B thing is hilarious. See, would have slipped in. Blah blah blah.
Holy shit! It's the attack of Eddie Munster.
Get him! Please stop! Get away from him! You just stay away from him! He's just a little boy.
All right, so let's go back to Vampire Feet. That's just fucking creepy. Mm-hmm. He fucking falls down. Hold on. Then we get to bathtub death. Mm-hmm. Then the plumbing is fucking fucked. It's like he pulls the plug and fucking just bleeds into all the pipes.
Did you see
He
how...
exploded the pipes.
First of all, Eddie Munster is like a jack-in-a-box. But Nanook pushed Kip Winger into the bathtub. It was obvious that he was thrown by a person.
Anna and I were laughing.
And not jumping at...
It was like a stuffed dog that just hugged that
P.S.
guy.
There is no way that could be Kip Winger because his hair was too blonde. I would actually go with the first podcaster of all time, which was...
Adam Curry.
What about one of the Nelsons?
He looks exactly... It could have been one of the Nelsons, not puffing up at the top.
I think Adam Curry mixed with Kip Winger.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Can we please just go Adam Curry and move on?
There was definite some nicotine stain going on, too.
Could have happened.
Yeah.
So then the plumbing is fucked, and then we get to the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And he fucking shoots him. The guy
shoots Kip Winger's drummer with a Cupid arrow.
Right. It's definitely Kip Winger's drummer, who is my original drummer's cousin. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Rod Morgenstein.
Right.
So he shoots Rod Morgenstein with
a Cupid arrow.
And he misses. But then he shoots him with a real one and fucks up the whole stereo system, too. And he's like, death by stereo!
Does the music stop?
Yeah. More importantly, this kid had to sleep with his fucking mom yesterday, okay? In a garlic necklace. And he's like, yeah, missed it that time, motherfucker. Bam, bam, bam. Like death by stereo.
Yeah, but he wasn't like this, though. He wasn't like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, I missed it that time, motherfucker. And yeah, death by stereo.
And
Let's go run the other way now. Come on.
What a weird song. Was it an NXS song or some weird-ass song that they were playing on the stereo?
Inside.
You know what I need, though?
Side.
You know what I've been thinking about? Is that, and the reason why I don't want one is because of that serial killer guy that had the evil laugh in his car. You know, he's like the director's son or whatever. And he,
yeah.
So, but I feel like
Tried to kill the sorority
But
girls.
I need an evil laugh.
Well, his wasn't even good.
But his was terrible. But I feel like anytime you try to fake an evil laugh, it's going to be compared to that.
Yeah.
There we go. There it is.
Okay.
I was just
Did
about
we
to say
ask
that.
Will if he had you connected to this movie?
It's too easy because we already did Stand By Me yesterday.
That's true.
And Feldman was in that movie, too.
That's terrible.
I thought maybe there was a different route.
That's
it.
pretty good.
Yeah, good.
That's just campy.
I'm a girl. Mine can just be like...
That's terrifying.
Here's a really evil laugh sometimes to other girls.
Did you need a beer?
I'm not laughing.
I'm good. Oh, I'll take one. Fuck it.
Stop fighting me, Michael.
Real rapey.
Kill you. Michael. Join us. Never.
Michael!
Soul is mine.
Michael!
Soul is mine.
Rocky.
So I feel like Kiefer Sutherland goes so quick. It's just like one fell swoop into.
He's not the leader.
That doesn't matter. It just so they've been around for 100 years and nobody ever just took them out.
Did they say that? 100 years?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, he
didn't
was
carry
around
any fashion from 100 years
so
ago.
Long. Like I was just ready for it all to be over to just move on to the next scene.
She said that. So the thing is that I feel like you always want a battle scene, you know, like a bigger battle scene.
Right.
I guess not necessary here.
No, they did a bunch of battling already. It's fucking over.
Battling.
Well, here, let's recap.
And then you're like, oh, wow, that ended quick because he wasn't the leader. And then we get the leader.
Let's
it's like
recap.
an hour and a half long movie. How much more fucking battles could there be?
Let's recap.
Let's recap.
Let's recap if we can.
Literally, let's recap.
Okay, crap break.
First guy gets killed by a stake to the heart. It's an arm of a table, and with one hand, a child throws it through his chest cavity.
They're very vulnerable in that area.
Oh, okay. Now
Also,
that I didn't know.
So
it's like an
kids are
infant's
strong.
head.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
Still soft bones.
That was very John Bonet
then we go
segue,
to where a guy is like, garlic, that's not gonna work, and then he gets squirted in the face.
Well, holy water.
And then he gets dumped into a tub. Now that guy's death is fucking crazy. Like
it was very like Evil Dead.
Why is Adam Curry's death in The Lost Boys
Kip
so
Winger, right?
insane?
Because fuck that guy.
I mean, like
he was the best death.
He not only fucking dies, he takes out all the plumbing in the whole fucking house.
How does he take out the plumbing when the drain is
gonna die?
Who the fuck? Like, how could that even... I mean, all the toilets, they just start breaking. The sinks come off the rafters. Pipes are coming out of the wall. And Adam Curry is just there fucking...
Kip Winger, right?
And he comes up again just being like, hey, an Iron Maiden video. And he's back out.
They say they all die in different ways.
Yeah,
like different things can happen.
Yeah, some go quietly, some explode, some implode.
Well,
he
that
clearly
motherfucker
exploded.
was crazy.
Some roto-rooter the plumbing.
Yeah,
so the next guy, he gets shot...
by Cupid's arrow.
With an arrow.
Cupid's arrow.
And the first shot misses. The second one sure doesn't.
Poison arrow through my heart.
Yeah. And the second one apparently just nails him. And he's fucking done, right?
Right.
So then Kiefer Sutherland, he can fly. And he knocks Michael down. And then Michael gets up. And then he can fly. And then Kiefer Sutherland is just... And then they fly again. And then he just... gets killed by antlers.
It wasn't that simple. He was going to shove him on the antlers, and he caught the door frame.
Right.
And then they had the great line of, my blood is in your veins. And he's like, so is mine! And then he, like, twisted around.
Do you feel like that's where you made me bleed my own blood? You think that's where that came from?
Probably.
What is that from?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Not my blood. Someone else's blood is what I prefer to bleed.
I believe it's from Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Is where that comes from.
I knew it. You're the head vampire.
Sam, don't start this again.
You're the secret that David was protecting.
Who's this?
Well, you passed the test.
Don't ever invite a vampire into your house, you silly boy. It renders you powerless.
Did you know that?
Of course. Everyone knows that.
Has everyone gone crazy here? What's the matter with all of you?
It was you I was after all along, Lucy.
What?
I knew that if I could get Sam and Michael into the family, there's no way you could say no.
Line that stands out to you in that entire scene, go Rich, go.
It was you I was after all along, Lucy.
Okay, go ahead, Casey.
Of course, everybody knows that.
Okay, that's pretty good. Will?
You silly boy.
Right, but what was your favorite line?
Jaret Reddick.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Oh my god.
It wasn't even in that.
It wasn't even in it. Okay, but honestly, guys, like, let's think about this for a second.
It worked.
I mean,
what? That's comedy, right?
Okay, let's go
Wait,
back.
hold on. Why are you testing my comedy? That's fucking hilarious.
Dad, are you all right?
One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach. All the damn vampires.
when you're a stranger. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of Jaret Goes to the Movies. Thank you so very much for listening. Man, we get off kilter sometimes, but we always have a great time. You can find us on Facebook at Jaret Goes to the Movies. You can find us on Twitter at Jaret Movies. And, my goodness, always a fantastic time. We love to answer your emails. You can email us at jaretgoestothemovies@gmail.com. It's our 50th freaking episode. It's so crazy, Rich.
A little crazy.
It's nuts. I've been doing this pretty much a year.
Almost exactly a year.
I think it's actually a year to the day because we missed 1 week.
It's like the 22nd, I think.
And we did a 2-parter. And then you did Best Of last week without me.
Right. I'm sorry.
People
I
want-
would have done it with you.
Well, it's okay. No, I understand. Pretty much that's what Casey says to me all the time. So we'll go to our mailbag.
Excuse me?
He cracked himself up.
Sorry, I made myself laugh. Guys, if you want to get in touch with us, why not email us? jaretgoestothemovies@gmail.com. We love to answer your emails. Rich is amazing at answering everyone that writes in. You can also find us on Twitter at Jaret Movies. My name is spelled Jaret, and movies is spelled like movies. Let's go to the mailbag. Here we go. James Glackett asks, so election season is upon us. Who would make a better president of the United States? Jello Biafra or Henry Rollins? Who the fuck is Jello Biafra?
I have no idea. I'm going to go with Henry Rollins.
He's
like a libertarian.
Is a former lead singer and songwriter of San Francisco punk band Dead Kennedys, you dick.
Oh, Dead Kennedys? You don't even know that guy?
No shit.
I didn't know his first name either.
Man, I don't know. I have a thing
Kill,
with...
kill the poor.
Yeah.
That'd be really... That wouldn't work out well in an election.
Right.
Yeah, I think that would go against him. I think Henry Rollins.
What are all of the...
Henry Rollins is a big history buff. He had a whole show on the History Channel.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's super opinionated. I think he's more Republican, probably.
No, libertarian.
It's the last thing you want is an
So
opinionated
probably
president.
you, right?
He's definitely not Republican. He's
Why is everybody being such a dick right now? Okay, fucking Henry Rollins then. Jesus Christ. Butch Renfro writes, hey guys, I'm a new supporter of Jaret Goes to the Movies, and let me tell you why I am supporting you. 1, my 2 boys have autism. They are big BFS fans. And we have been to see the band every time they have hit Little Rock. All the guys in the band were unbelievably cool to my boys. They get lots of mileage with me. 2, the podcast makes me laugh during my hellish commute. 3, since I'm paying now, I feel like I can let you know when occasionally you mess up. The Queen or King of England is indeed the monarch.
Told you.
So of the following countries outside of the UK: Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Don't mess with me. A font of useless trivia.
A fount.
Fount of useless trivia.
Yeah. A font
4,
of useless trivia is Comic Sans.
I am on a diet, and I would have spent this $10 on cheeseburgers. Okay, Jesus Christ. Well,
You made him cry.
I'm on a diet too. Thank you, Butch, for making me cry. I'm so glad that you're kids. I feel like I remember meeting you before. If that's not true, that's fine. But man, thank you so very much for your support and. Goodness gracious, go to Chick-fil-A and get those grilled nuggets. Apparently that's okay. Or Wendy's chili. By the way, neither of those companies are sponsors of this podcast, so I really don't give a fuck if you eat that shit. By the way, the greatest fruit cup of all time at a restaurant is...
Sizzler?
Oh, no, it's
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yeah. But you don't like the apples.
I don't like apples.
Dude, you fucking blew me up. You said the greatest fruit cup of all time.
I'm sorry.
And I was going to say you. Then you said at a restaurant. My little fruit cup.
can I please be your little fruit cup forever? You've never called me that, but I really do want to be it.
Okay.
Ryan Flaherty writes, been a fan since forever. I plan on upping the sport eventually. I purchase all things Jaret to support you continuing to do what you do. Was also happy to pledge on Drunk Dynasty and get some cool stuff. Also, I honestly enjoy Rich singing. Make sure he knows that. But don't let it go to his head or anything. What the fuck?
I didn't put it in
Who
there.
edits these
I
things?
didn't put it in there.
Jesus Christ. All right, Rich. Ryan Flaherty. I love Rich. Hey, if you'll message things on our Facebook, we also get things like this. Lance Ellis writes this. Hey, Jaret, I'm a fuck, am I? Well, here's Cherry's confession of how rough things are when speaking to Ponyboy on page 38 of The Outsider's book.
This is a whole thing, apparently.
I don't really think a beer blast on the river bottom is super cool, but I'll rave about one to a girlfriend just to say anything. I never told anyone that. I think you're the first person I've ever really gotten through to.
Basically what he's saying is that's her example of having it rough. And he's saying, this is bullshit. She doesn't have it rough.
Jesus Christ. Also, Johnny had PTSD from being beat up by 4 socials previously.
Yeah, that was in the book. It wasn't in the movie.
Okay, Lance, I apologize for anything. I'm going to be honest.
I think you were talking to me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to be honest. And this is just me fucking coming out, fucking being like completely... I fucking never read the book. I just fucking acted like I did. We were supposed to read it. And I fucking took a test on it. Becky Tyree read it and gave me all the answers. And I answered all the questions correctly or whatever. So I did not read that book. She just told me what the answers to the questions were. And I apologize. All right. Twitter. Annie Ellman. She is at Quidditch Mom. The podcast is the highlight of my week.
Quidditch. It's a Harry Potter
sport. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Watch Harry Potter. Jesus.
Why?
Because it's the best and you'll like
okay,
it.
Okay, the podcast is the highlight of my week.
You'll cry.
Well, and my kids, of course, when they're being good. So mostly just the podcast. Thank you, Annie. You're the best. Mike Russo says this. Truly fantastic job on the podcast. It's one of the things I look forward to hearing the most each week. You guys are really putting together something special. Tim Ball says, thanks, guys. This is awesome. I'm a huge fan. Love what you're doing and keep it up. Nigel Planner says, holy shit, what is Rich's problem? I hope he quits the show.
Aww.
Why does he edit everything that Jaret says to make him look like such an asshole? Jaret seems like a really nice guy. I'll bet he loves Casey so much that it makes her hurt. Also, Will seems so great. I'll bet he's a neighbor of them or something because he just seems so comfortable in the setting there. Also, I'll bet Rich... Hold on.
Who wrote
Rich
this? Did Tim Toole write this?
secretly actually loves Jaret, and Jaret loves Rich too. Merry Christmas.
I don't remember putting this one in.
Yeah, no, that was in there.
that was
Nigel Planner from the Young Ones. Yeah, that was really
from the Young Ones.
That's him to do that.
I love that show.
Yeah, it was so great.
Oh,
so
my
great.
God.
Guys, thank you so very much for listening to Jaret Goes to the Movies this week. This has been an awesome episode. It was fun watching The Lost Boys. It's been more fun just catching up with everybody in here. And, man, I love this show. I love it so fucking much. Thank you guys so very much for supporting it. And guess what?
What?
We'll see you down the road.